The deepest secrets of Area 51, long whispered in shadows, were finally ripped open when a high-ranking intelligence analyst, codenamed Aether, confirmed the existence of ProjectLookingGlass, not as a surveillance tool, but as a gateway to potential futures. This was not about crashed saucers or little green men. It was about something far more unsettling: the manipulation of time and perception on a scale previously unimaginable, and it changes everything we thought we knew about our own history. Aether's initial data drop, a cascade of encrypted files appearing simultaneously across multiple secure platforms, felt less like a leak and more like a carefully orchestrated explosion. It wasn't a casual decision. The digital breadcrumbs pointed to years of meticulous planning, a desperate gamble by someone who could no longer bear the weight of what they knew. The files detailed not just the project's capabilities, but its catastrophic potential, hinting at unintended consequences already rippling through our present. What could drive a person to betray decades of silence, to risk everything for a truth few were prepared to believe? The core of Aether's revelation wasn't about extraterrestrial visitors. It was about what was found with them, or perhaps, what they brought. He described ProjectLookingGlass as an interface, a window, into chronal streams. Not predicting the future, but observing probabilistic outcomes. Imagine looking through a telescope, not at distant stars, but at various versions of tomorrow, each shimmering with different choices and their cascading effects. The sheer audacity of such a technology, tucked away in the Nevada desert, warps the very fabric of possibility. But here's where the chilling truth truly begins to unravel. Aether claimed that LookingGlass wasn't merely for observation. There were protocols, carefully developed and ruthlessly executed, designed to influence these timelines. Small nudges, strategic interventions, all in an attempt to steer global events down a preferred path. What unseen hands have been guiding our world for decades, making choices we never knew were being made, based on visions of futures we were never meant to see? The implications are staggering. If certain outcomes could be viewed, and then subtly altered, how much of what we consider historical inevitability was actually a carefully crafted design? Our triumphs, our tragedies, our breakthroughs, were they all part of a script, refined and rerun through the chronal lens of Area 51? Aether specifically referenced several pivotal global moments, suggesting their resolutions were not organic, but guided by what LookingGlass had revealed. A crucial part of Aether's data dump described the ethical quandaries that plagued the project's early scientists. They understood the profound danger of messing with causality. One particularly vivid excerpt detailed a psychological profile of an original research lead, a brilliant physicist who, after years of operating LookingGlass, reportedly suffered a complete mental collapse, muttering about threads unraveling and ghosts of what-ifs. What did he see that broke his mind? The most disturbing aspect of ProjectLookingGlass, as detailed by Aether, involved the concept of resonance feedback. He alleged that prolonged or overly aggressive interaction with potential timelines could create echoes, phantom events, or even subtle structural instabilities in our own present. It wasn't just about viewing, it was about the potential for our reality to become porous, influenced by choices made in parallel possibilities that never fully manifested. Could moments of collective déjà vu, or shared historical anomalies, be faint echoes of these temporal interventions? Aether didn't just dump documents, he released audio logs. In one chilling recording, a voice, identified as a senior project director, discussed the difficult decision to stabilize a divergent node, following a catastrophic geopolitical event witnessed through LookingGlass. The implication was clear. They actively intervened, not just observed, thereby changing what would have happened, and potentially creating an entirely new set of problems we are only now beginning to face. This takes us beyond the classic narrative of crashed UFOs. While Aether confirmed that remnants of non-terrestrial technology were indeed recovered, he posited that these discoveries were less about alien visitation and more about unlocking the principles of temporal mechanics. The debris wasn't just metal and circuits. It contained insights into how dimensions intertwine, how time can be bent, observed, and perhaps, even altered. Area 51 wasn't just a hangar. It was a research facility aiming to master cosmic engineering. What happens when a technology designed to observe the future starts to create it? Aether's files included a series of internal memos debating the observer effect on an unprecedented scale. Was their mere act of looking causing probabilities to collapse, subtly nudging events into existence, or were they simply confirming what was already destined to be? The chilling conclusion from some project analysts was that the line between observation and intervention had long since blurred, making any true, neutral perspective impossible. The human element is always the most fragile. Aether detailed the strict protocols around access to LookingGlass, noting that only individuals with a specific psychological profile were permitted. He described the immense pressure, the moral degradation that came with seeing all possible paths, and the burden of deciding which ones were best. Imagine knowing every mistake before it's made, every victory before it's won, and then being tasked with ensuring it all unfolds a certain way. Who could withstand that burden without becoming a puppet master? Aether's final, cryptic message in his data drop was a single line. The past is not fixed, the future is not open. We are merely living out the consequences of a cosmic mirror. This wasn't a warning about aliens, it was a profound, existential challenge to our understanding of free will. If our timelines are being observed, perhaps even gently guided, by a shadow organization operating from a secluded desert base, what does that say about the choices we make, the lives we live? The government's response to Aether's disclosures was immediate and predictably aggressive. Denials flooded official channels, experts were deployed to discredit the documents, and a swift, silent hunt began for the whistleblower. Yet, the sheer volume and intricate detail of the leaked files, coupled with the deeply technical jargon, made them incredibly difficult to dismiss as mere fabrication. How do you silence a truth that's already rewriting the very fabric of reality for those who've seen it? This leaves us standing at a precipice. Area 51, for decades a symbol of alien conspiracy, now stands revealed, not as a holding pen for cosmic visitors, but as a crucible where the very nature of time and destiny was being tampered with. What other secrets lie buried beneath the sands of Nevada? And what unseen forces continue to pull the strings of our collective future? Aether's revelation forces us to ask not just what is out there, but whether our reality was ever truly ours to begin with.